where are the blockchain servers located, right? Because I imagine if you're able to control the hardware, you can also control the software. I don't care what they tell me about open source and all that. I want to know where the databases are, where the servers are, physically.
That was Professor Jiang. He recently went viral because everybody was laughing at him. But honestly, that is one of the smartest questions anyone has ever asked about the Bitcoin network. And most people who actually own Bitcoin can't even answer that. And by the end of this video, you will understand the Bitcoin network more than most people who actually own the asset. So the way everything else works, right, is think about every app, website, or bank you've ever used. They all run on physical servers. They're all run on physical computers sitting inside real buildings called data centers. Instagram servers, you can literally Google the address. They're in Oregon, Virginia, Singapore, literally all around the world. Your bank's entire database, your balance, your transactions, everything lives on computers in a specific building. That's why banks can freeze your account. That's why they control their database. That's why governments can shut down websites. They find the servers and they seize them. It's happened to companies, crypto exchanges, streaming sites, you name it. If it has a physical server, it's happened before. So when Jiang asks us where the Bitcoin servers are, that's a completely logical question because every financial network in history has had a central point that you can point to. There are no servers. There are 145,000 of them approximately. Okay, so Jiang wants to know where these servers are. Let me show you. Let me explain this. So Bitcoin has no headquarters, no data centers, no CEO, no building, no phone number you can call. Instead, Bitcoin runs on 145,000 Bitcoin nodes spread across 170 countries with over 9,000 cities, right? And a node is just a regular computer that could be someone's laptop, a Raspberry Pi, a desktop sitting in your bedroom. Like your neighbor could literally be running a Bitcoin node right now and you would never know. And every single one of those nodes hold a complete copy of every Bitcoin transaction ever made, going all the way back from January 3rd, 2009, right? That's called the blockchain. And nobody pays these people to run these nodes. They just do. So when Zhang asks where the servers are, the question is, it might be in your neighbor's house. It might be in a college dorm in Germany. It might be in a farm in El Salvador, an apartment in Tokyo. They're everywhere. But wait, if 145,000 people who run and hold all the copies of Bitcoin, how does anyone actually agree on anything, right? How does it not become total chaos? That's exactly what I'm about to explain. So how do they all agree? Here's where it gets really, really interesting. Every single node follows the exact same rule set, right? This is called the consensus protocol. When you send someone Bitcoin, that transaction gets broadcasted to the entire Bitcoin network entirely, instantly, right? And every node independently checks it. Does this person actually have the Bitcoin that they claim to send? Is all the math correct? If the majority of the nodes agree it's valid, it gets added to the blockchain permanently and it can never be changed. Now that's the key part. If one node tries to cheat, tries to add a fake transaction, tries to give itself a little extra Bitcoin, all of the 144, 999 other nodes rejected automatically, right? No human ever has to step in. The math handles it. It's all mathematically, right? Think of it. Think of it like this. If 145,000 people are watching the same game with the exact same rule book, one bad referee makes a wrong call, the other 144, 999 can override him instantly. That's what the consensus protocol is. That's the Bitcoin network. No company running it, no one person controlling it. It's just math and rules that everybody has agreed to follow. So why can't anyone shut it down? Now this is where it gets serious for a little second, right? So China has tried to actually shut down Bitcoin, one of the most powerful governments on earth with complete control over their people, over their internet, officially tried to ban Bitcoin in 2021. And you know what happened? Nothing. These Chinese nodes still run today. The ban literally did nothing to Bitcoin itself. Because here's the thing. To actually kill Bitcoin, you need to destroy every single node at the same time across 170 different countries. right? That means coordinating whole governments, militaries, internet providers across the entire planet at the same exact time to shut it all off. But you can't do that. No, nobody will ever agree to all do that, right? Let that sink in. There is no CEO to arrest. There is no building to raid. There's no database to hack. No off switch. And here's the wild part. Even if the US, China, and all of Europe banned Bitcoin tomorrow, nodes in 167 different countries will still keep it alive, right? That's why Bitcoin is called trustless. You don't need to trust a company. You don't need to trust a bank or even a government. The math and the network protect it. The people who run the nodes protect it. But that's why it was built in the first place. Who made this decision and why? Like, the answer actually involves in the global financial crash. Like, an anonymous person called Satoshi Nakamoto and his group kept a secret message inside of Bitcoin's very first block, right? What Professor Jiang actually revealed. Let's go back to Jiang, right? His whole argument was that Bitcoin must be a CIA operation because he couldn't find any physical servers, right? He was looking for a central point of control, a building, a company, a person in charge, and he couldn't find one, right? So he assumed it's all conspiracy. But here's the thing. Bitcoin was specifically, intentionally, deliberately designed so that not a single person, no company or government could ever control it. Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin's anonymous creator, built it back in 2008 and released it in 2009, right after the global financial crisis, right? The banks collapsed. People lost their life savings. Governments bailed out the same banks that caused the crash. Satoshi didn't trust the banks. He didn't trust governments. He didn't trust any central authority with people's money. So he built something that didn't need any of them. No servers to seize, no CEO to pressure, no headquarters to raid, right? The fact that Jiang can't find the servers is not an evidence of conspiracy. It's actually the proof that Bitcoin works exactly how it was designed to work. Jiang thought, where are the servers? Like, he thought that was a gotcha question, right? But it was actually one of the biggest compliments Bitcoin has ever received. So governments have been trying to find Bitcoin servers for the past 17 years. There are no servers, bro. Next time someone tells you Bitcoin is fake or a scam or controlled by the government, ask them one question. Name one other financial system that has no government, no bank, and no military on earth that can shut down. I'll wait. Alright. If this video has taught you something, comment everywhere right now and subscribe, because I'm going to continue making videos about Bitcoin and continue answering questions in the comments if you guys have any. Leave some comments if you have some down below. So, like and subscribe. Hope y'all have a good one. It's nice talking to y'all. Peace.